Hello Star Wars The Old Republic players! Yesterday, the public test server for update 7.4 became live. So, I'm gonna show you a go through all the things we found that's coming for the Cartel Market Collection tab, as well as the new PvP armors. So let's dive right in right now. So first we have the Suppression Trooper armor set. This one we saw on the live stream, where it naturally has this very shiny armor look, which is part of the upcoming dice. Unfortunately, we cannot preview the dice, but we get a taste of it with this new armor set. I think it looks really great. I love everything about this armor set. Nothing is clipping, animation, or anything. Everything just feels right with this armor set. You can also experiment with other helmets. This is how it looks without helmet if you're curious. I think it goes up very well on the neck as well there too. You can also try out some other helmets. I think this looks great because, at least for this helmet, it is shiny too. It applied the same shine that the chest piece has. So that's really cool. It may not be the case for some helmets, but at least with this specific one I tried, you can see it. Taking this other one, for example, it doesn't really look shiny. It still retains its old stuff. This one doesn't really do much either. Hobbit one looks alright. I don't think it's shiny, but it still matches pretty well with this whole look. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a case-by-case basis in terms of the helmet, so probably some of the more newer ones will apply also the effect. Now here's where things get interesting. When I put one of the old dice that I have in my collection, the white-orange one, the armor set still retained the metallic effect on it. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to happen though, because we're supposed to get metallic dye specifically to create that metallic effect. But perhaps this specific armor set still keeps the shine no matter what. Now, the reason I'm not sure is because with some other dyes that I'm going to show you now, there's some strange technicalities, like this one for example is secondary blue and the armor is looking purple, black, and only the gloves are blue. However, another white one with red this time shines pretty well here and retains everything, all the colors and the metallic effect. So maybe it's a case-by-case basis, I don't know. Maybe it's a problem with blues, because this is another one I tried, the white with blue, and it again put purple on it. The black and gray also did something strange here. This is not really gray, so I'm not really sure what's going on here. However, it still retained the shine effect on it. Again, this is all brand new territory for the team, this whole metallic effect. So I'm not quite certain what will be the final results when this goes live. But either way, this is a really nice looking armor set. Moving on, we have the Defiant Maverick armor set, which is inspired by Sabine on the Ahsoka show. Keep in mind I'm trying it on a male body, but it still looks great. It's very clean. It retains that armor pieces look great. If you want some clean pants, it has the same clean pants that she wears. Overall, I think it's a nice piece. I think it looks even better with a lot of the dyes. I was really impressed how well this one dyes. So for example, the white ones, white-orange here, I think this armor set looks really good with whites. It turns to be a bit more of a white grayish, so it retains that metallic feel of the armor. White red, again very clean, and the traditional black gray, of course, also looks great. Honestly, this is one of those that you can use some of the cheaper dyes and not have problem getting a really cool looking look. Next we have the guns. Here is the SWTOR 19B blaster. All of the following guns that I'm showing you have this same special effect, so I'm just going to go quickly through them, all of these SWTORs. Overall, they're not bad. I'm not crazy for them, but they look nice. You know, they work. Unfortunately, I cannot give you a sound preview because this is just from collection, so no preview audio there. And then there's the SWTOR 19C, which is basically the very same guns, they're just in yellow golden look. Well, more yellow, to be fair. The difference though is that this one shoot blue instead of the yellow that the silver ones do. But again, that's something you change with crystals as well. That's not a definitive thing. Now the actual unique weapon we have here is the Suppression Trooper Rifle, which is based on the Dark Troopers on Star Wars Rogue One. It looks pretty neat, has great effects, looks very nice. Next we have the Darth Maul lightsaber. Again, we already had this lightsaber, but this one's a dual saber, and this one comes with a blue crystal, at least from this preview. Next, we have something really cool that was not in the live stream, and is the Ancient Star Map. This Ancient Star Map is based on the Ahsoka show, where at the beginning of the season they were chasing down this map that will help them locate Thrawn and Ezra's location. Now, in SWTOR is a healing toy. This is basically an idle animation as you heal your character. This is really cool as we haven't gotten a new one in the Cartel market quite a while, I believe. And that's it for everything on the Cartel market. In terms of the reputation vendor in Ord Mantell, we cannot see much just yet, but you can see the mount that they show us on the live stream, and it's a mount that shoots. So you can drive around and shoot. It's not actually gonna work combat-wise, but it has a shooting animation. However, we don't have a preview of the armor yet on this reputation. They only have placeholders, but there's new titles called Heavy Artillery and Mantelian Defender. There's also a Nexu pet, which I'm not sure if it's actually going to be part of the vendor, but if it is, that's pretty cool. If you want a Nexu cat that's just not a companion, just a simple pet. Now, like I said, we can't see the armor in terms of previewing it, but the reputation vendor, I believe, potentially has the look that we're able to get from this reputation track. The reason I say this is because the previous one on Runuk, the vendor had the armor that you would get there. So this is very likely a look at the armor that we can get, at least on the Republic side. Now we're moving on to PvP. Right now in the game, you can see the armor look for the upcoming season of PvP Season 4. But I wanted to go through it quickly just in case you haven't been playing the game or you've been taking away a break and you want to check it out without having to load into the game. Here is the Renegade Gunner armor set. It's a pretty simple, clean one if you like a more smuggler pilot character. Personally, I love it, and the main reason I do love it is because it actually dies really well. As you can see here, with black gray, it looks really great. If you really want like a black jacket on your character, I think it looks great. Very simple, very clean. I love jackets. Again, showing you some quick use dyes here. Looks really nice. I love it with this dye with the white blue. Overall, I'm really looking forward to it, so I'm probably gonna grind a lot of that PvP. Here's the glowy version. Pretty much the same, you just get these yellow glowy lines. It's a nice, cool little thing if you want to show that you really spend a lot of time on PvP. And the title that you get from this is called the Pirate Captain this season of PvP. This season of PvP begins on November 7th for this particular armor set and titles. However, on this public test server, you can see what's coming on PvP Season 5. And it's this one called the Cunning Plunderer armor set. Now this is a very interesting one, very unique, with a unique helmet, unique armor. It definitely feels like another set of pirate kind of character. Now my only gripe about this one is that it doesn't die as well as the previous one I showed you. Here it is with white yellow. I mean, it dies okay, but it retains a lot of the green on the arms and stuff that it can be distracting depending on what you're trying to achieve here. Here it is without the helmet, just so you can get a little look of that. I think it does look well though in the neck and all that kind of stuff. Like overall, I still like it, but I'm probably gonna have to explore it more with the dice because I'm not sure about the dice currently. But yeah, just wanted to give you a look of that because it's a brand new thing that's not in the live game yet. And this Season 5 will come with the Mutineer title. And of course, there's a glowy version as well. Glowy lines, glowy eyes, you name it. And that's it for everything we can find here on the 7.4 public test server right now. It's possible that when they do more versions of the public test server, we might see new items, so I'll be staying tuned. You can also try out the new Ord Mantell daily area right now. I am working currently on a guide for all those missions. But yeah, if you want to jump in and try it out yourself as well, then feel free to do so. as long as you're a subscriber, you have access to the public test server as well. Anyways, see you next time!